Here is a summary of the core content from the provided articles. Briefing, December 15, 2024. 1. Personnel changes at the New York Times *. Elisa Gold, the editor of the Washington Bureau, has left to join the New York Times. The New York Times is searching for a new editor for its Washington Bureau, with candidates including former Wall Street Journal editor Clifford Levy and current editor Matt Murray. 2. Impeachment of South Korean President *. The South Korean National Assembly voted to impeach President Yoon Suk-yeol, marking the first presidential impeachment in South Korea in 45 years. Yoon attempted to impose martial law but was ultimately peacefully removed, showcasing the resilience of South Korean democracy. Following the impeachment, a political vacuum emerged, with Prime Minister Han Duck-soo temporarily taking over, but lacking a popular mandate. 3. Chicago Bears seeking new head coach *. Fans expressed dissatisfaction with the team's management's ability to select a suitable head coach. Some fans suggested hiring former coach Ditka or other candidates with NFL coaching experience. Others jokingly claimed they could do the job themselves. 4. U.S. Ambassador to Japan Rahm Emanuel style *. Emanuel is known for his tough and fast-paced diplomatic approach. During his tenure, Japan undertook a series of bold adjustments in defense policy, partly due to his influence. Although the foundations for these changes were laid before his arrival, his presence has played a role in pushing them forward. Overall, these articles cover significant developments in politics, sports, and diplomacy, reflecting current societal hot topics. The briefing highlights the core information points from each article, aiming for clarity and conciseness. Briefing content, December 15, 2024. Theme, The Washington Post Report. 1. American startup American Rounds has deployed automatic ammunition vending machines in grocery stores across multiple states, allowing customers to purchase various firearms and ammunition instantly. This has raised concerns among public health experts about the potential increase in suicide and impulsive crime risks. 2. Although American Rounds has implemented some safety measures, such as requiring buyers to be at least 21 years old and verifying their identity, experts believe these measures cannot fully mitigate the risks. They point out that suicidal behavior is often impulsive, and the widespread availability of ammunition reduces the time for individuals to reconsider. 3. Following President Trump's election, his personnel appointments have sparked controversy. Some nominees lack obvious qualifications but are loyal to Trump. He seems intent on appointing these individuals to radically change the status quo and retaliate against those he believes have treated him unfairly. 4. Some of Trump's policy commitments, such as mass deportation of illegal immigrants and significantly increasing oil production to lower energy prices, remain shrouded in mystery. His personnel appointments also suggest that he may pursue substantial reforms in key areas like healthcare policy. In summary, these articles reflect the complexity and uncertainty of Trump's second term. His personnel appointments and policy inclinations have raised widespread concerns, with people hoping he can govern effectively and fulfill his promises. Briefing, December 15, 2024. Theme, The Wall Street Journal Report. The emerging Pepe derivative coin Wall Street Pepe, $WEPE, sparks a frenzy. Summary. 1. Wall Street Pepe, $WEPE, is an emerging Pepe-themed cryptocurrency that raised over $14.2 million in its ICO funding within just 9 days, setting a record for the hottest IPO of 2024. 2. Unlike its predecessor Pepe, $PEPE, WEP's growth is primarily driven by retail investors rather than large whale buyers. The WEP community is rapidly expanding, showing strong growth momentum. 3. Compared to the fundraising history of Pepe Unchained, $PEPU, WEP's fundraising speed has garnered widespread attention from investors. Industry insiders predict that WEP could achieve tenfold growth. 4. For investors who missed the launch of Pepe Unchained, WEP may represent a rare opportunity. By participating in the WEP pre-sale through Best Wallet app, investors can gain exclusive trading insights and strategic support. In conclusion, Wall Street Pepe is undoubtedly one of the most talked about new projects in the current cryptocurrency market, with its rapid fundraising and broad community support indicating a potential new wave of interest in Pepe-themed cryptocurrencies. Investors seeking high-risk, high-reward opportunities should closely monitor WEEP. Briefing, December 15, 2024. Theme: Philadelphia Eagles prepare for match against Pittsburgh Steelers. 1. The Eagles are experiencing some internal conflicts, notably between star A.J. Brown and quarterback Jalen Hurts. However, the team insists they will focus on this Sunday's game and not let these issues affect their performance. 2. The Eagles' offensive lineup remains strong. Despite a decrease in targets for A.J. Brown, his average performance is still outstanding, making him one of the league's top wide receivers. Additionally, running back Saquon Barkley is in record-breaking form but faces the Steelers' formidable defensive line. 3. The Steelers will be missing key player George Pickens on offense, which may impact their aerial attack. However, their running game remains noteworthy, and with the Eagles' defensive pressure, this matchup could become a classic showdown. 4. Overall, this Pennsylvania Derby will feature two equally matched teams vying for favorable playoff positions. The Eagles currently hold an advantage, but the Steelers have the capability to create surprises on the road. This game promises to be an exciting contest. Briefing, December 15, 2024. 1. The annual charity fundraising telethon by The Guardian and The Observer will take place on Saturday, December 14. Numerous prominent journalists will participate in answering donation calls to raise funds for victims of war and conflict. 2. The three partner charities for this event are War Child, Médecins Sans Frontières, and Parallel History. They provide emergency medical assistance, psychological support, and help schools teach sensitive histories related to conflict. 3. Isaac Andic, founder of the Spanish fashion retailer Mango, tragically passed away during an expedition at the age of 71. He was considered a key figure in the Spanish Jewish community and made significant contributions to the development of Catalonia. 4. Notre Dame Cathedral reopened this Saturday after 5 years of reconstruction, symbolizing French national pride. 50 world leaders attended the inauguration. 5. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen has advanced the free trade agreement with the South American Common Market, Mercosur, one of the largest trade agreements in EU history. However, the agreement has raised concerns among European farmers, with strong opposition from countries like France, highlighting the political sensitivity of trade policies. The following is a briefing summarizing the main content of the provided articles. Time Magazine Briefing. 1. Time Magazine is dedicated to reporting the truth, unafraid of difficulties and pressures, even at a high cost. However, the death threats, legal disputes, and the challenges and courage faced by journalists are often overlooked. 2. This series of independently produced short films showcases some of the real stories behind the scenes, such as the reports by Time and the Sunday Times that changed the course of history, highlighting the dedication, struggles, and bravery of journalists. 3. These short films aim to entertain and inspire audiences, allowing people to understand the lesser-known stories behind news reporting, which are often more thrilling than fiction. 4. The films showcase the professionalism and character of excellent journalists, who pay a high price to report the truth, deserving our respect and admiration. In summary, this series of short films vividly portrays the hardships and courage of journalism, providing deeper insights into the stories behind news reporting, fostering a greater understanding and respect for the sacrifices made by journalists. The following is a briefing summarizing the main content of the provided articles. Briefing, December 15, 2024. 1. Child abuse case asterisk. A judge made custody arrangements based on a report submitted by an inexperienced social worker. The report indicated that Sarah and her siblings suffered severe physical abuse from their mother, Olga Daman, including choking, beating, threats with a lighter, and drowning. The social worker believed that if the children returned to their mother's care, they would likely continue to face physical and emotional abuse. In contrast, the social worker believed Sarah would live in a happier and safer environment under the care of her father, Irfan, and his partner, Bainash. The judge ultimately adopted the social worker's recommendation, ruling that Sarah be raised by Batol and Sharif, with supervised visits, with Olga Daman every 2 weeks. 2. Car accident *. A stolen Porsche collided with a Toyota in Smethwick, resulting in the death of a 2-year-old boy and injuries to 4 adults. The driver fled the scene, and police are in pursuit. 3. Aviation safety *. Aviation safety officials are calling for regulators to urgently lift restrictions on liquids in carry-on luggage. New CT scanners can better detect suspicious substances, allowing passengers to carry more liquids on board. This technology was temporarily withdrawn in June 2022 but is expected to be reintroduced in the coming years. 4. Alzheimer's disease research *. Researcher Duck-soo has personal experience with family members suffering from Alzheimer's disease, motivating her to pursue research in neurodegenerative diseases. Recent advancements in computing technology have significantly propelled research in neurodegenerative diseases. A new drug, lecanemab, has shown promise in slowing the progression of Alzheimer's disease by 30%, bringing hope to the field. Researchers are utilizing human genetic studies to explore natural mechanisms that combat Alzheimer's disease. In summary, these articles cover various fields, including child protection, traffic safety, aviation safety, and neurodegenerative disease research, reflecting the challenges faced by society today and the opportunities presented by technological advancements. Briefing content, December 15, 2024. The political situation in France is tumultuous. Former Prime Minister Michel Barnier warns that the new government will face challenges related to public debt and deep societal divisions. President Macron is negotiating with the Socialist Party, centrists, and right-wing Republicans to form a government of national interest. However, the far-right National Rally and the leftist France Unbowed Party have not been invited to participate. Following the uncertain elections in June, the French parliament has split into 3 major factions, with no party holding an absolute majority. This has led to the collapse of the government, and Macron is facing the most severe political crisis of his term. Despite these difficulties, investigators continue to gather evidence to hold the regime of former Syrian dictator Bashar al-Assad accountable for its crimes. The UN investigation mechanism has obtained substantial evidence, including the Caesar files, which document the torture and deaths of 11,000 detainees. Courts in multiple countries have already prosecuted some former high-ranking officials. Regardless of how the political landscape evolves, ensuring truth and justice must be at the core of Syria's reconstruction. Only through accountability can the cycle of violence be broken and reconciliation achieved. The new French government's primary task will be to propose the 2025 budget bill promptly and secure parliamentary approval. Briefing, December 15, 2024. Venezuelan opposition election observer Andrés Villavicencio recorded the victory of opposition candidate Edmundo González Urrutia in local elections, but subsequently faced government repression and threats, forcing him to flee to Spain. This highlights the severe electoral fraud issues in Venezuela, where the opposition collected substantial evidence of González's victory through election observers, yet the Maduro government still illegitimately assumed power. Another article discusses the newly established Museum of Women Artists, FAMM, aimed at correcting the historical neglect and undervaluation of female artists. The museum houses representative works from various female artists from Impressionism to contemporary art, such as Kahlo, de Kooning, and Bourgeois, and plans to enhance public awareness of female artists through exhibitions and publications. This reflects the ongoing global efforts to address gender inequality in the arts. In summary, these 2 articles reflect the current political turmoil in Venezuela and the significant trend of elevating the status of female artists globally, highlighting the key information and significance of these events. Briefing content, December 15, 2024. The severe situation of violence against women in Germany. 1. In 2023, Germany reported 360 cases of femicide, or murders of women. This shocking number reflects the serious safety threats faced by women in Germany. 2. During the pandemic, domestic violence cases in Germany surged dramatically, and even after the pandemic, they have not returned to pre-pandemic levels. Many women struggle to escape domestic violence due to a lack of economic independence and shelter resources. 3. Germany is drafting a new Violence Against Women Act, hoping to help victims by investing in more women's shelters and support services. However, in regions governed by conservative parties, these support programs may be cut or cancelled. 4. Some politicians are attempting to politicize the issue of violence against women, blaming it on misogynistic ideologies among immigrant and Muslim communities. In reality, violence against women transcends culture and class, representing a widespread social issue. 5. In light of allegations of sexual assault against the U.S. president, there is a greater need to focus on and oppose the various insults and harassment women face in daily life, as these may signal the occurrence of more severe violence. In summary, women in Germany face significant safety threats, necessitating effective measures from the government and society to protect women's lives and dignity. Briefing, December 15, 2024, the Germany's Favorite Award by Süddeutsche Zeitung. Key points. 1. Consumers exhibit a certain distrust of online reviews due to the prevalence of fake reviews. However, the Germany's Favorite Award is evaluated by real consumers, providing high credibility and independence, offering reliable purchasing guidance. 2. The Germany's Favorite Award will adopt a 1 to 6 grading system starting from 2023/24, making it more intuitive. Award-winning products include children's high chairs, cordless impact drills, and outdoor children's strollers. 3. Süddeutsche Zeitung provides various secure communication channels to protect information sources, including secure drop, encrypted emails, and encrypted instant messaging, ensuring the confidentiality of information transmission. In summary, Süddeutsche Zeitung provides trustworthy product evaluations through the Germany's Favorite Award, helping consumers make informed purchasing decisions. Additionally, the newspaper has established multiple secure channels for whistleblowers to maintain the independence of news reporting. Renewal of China-US Technology Cooperation Agreement demonstrates commitment to win-win cooperation. December 15, 2024. Main content. 1. The governments of China and the United States have renewed a long-standing technology cooperation agreement, reflecting their shared responsibility in the face of global challenges. Despite some tensions in current China-US relations, both sides recognize the importance of technological cooperation and are committed to pragmatic collaboration in areas such as climate change and public health. 2. Experts believe this agreement is more transparent and focused, balancing enhanced cooperation with considerations of national security. Over 40 years of collaboration have yielded significant global benefits, such as the folic acid supplementation program for pregnant women, demonstrating the value of China-US technology cooperation. 3. Although the renewal of the agreement has faced some domestic opposition in the U.S., experts point out that the vast majority of cooperative projects do not involve national security risks and instead bring substantial benefits to both sides. As major leaders in global innovation, China and the U.S. must work together to address global challenges such as climate change and pandemics. 4. Meanwhile, China has made significant progress in the field of artificial intelligence with its Large Model Plus technology, potentially surpassing the U.S. in the future and becoming a global leader. Cooperation in this area may also become a new highlight of China-US technology collaboration. 5. Overall, the renewal of the China-US Technology Cooperation Agreement demonstrates both sides' determination to maintain open cooperation amid the current complex situation, injecting positive energy into the stable development of bilateral relations. In the future, as long as both sides adhere to mutual respect and seek common ground while reserving differences, this cooperation is bound to deepen and benefit the peoples of both countries. Briefing content, December 15, 2024. 1. The Japanese Financial Services Agency is considering strengthening regulations on cryptocurrencies. Currently, cryptocurrencies are primarily regulated under the Payment Services Act, but as their status as investment tools rises, issues have arisen, such as unregistered cryptocurrency brokers and encouraging the public to purchase specific cryptocurrencies. The agency is weighing the pros and cons of enhanced regulation and plans to discuss specific action plans with the Financial System Council in the fiscal year 2025. If regulations are tightened, cryptocurrencies may fall under the Financial Instruments and Exchange Act, which could lower the tax rates on cryptocurrency trading profits. 2. To alleviate the burden of U.S. military bases on Okinawa while maintaining Japan's deterrent capability, the U.S. Marine Corps has begun relocating from Okinawa to Guam. The Japanese government is working to advance the plan to relocate Futenma Airport to Hinoko in Nago City and is communicating with local residents to seek understanding. Additionally, the Japanese government plans to upgrade the 15th Brigade of the Ground Self-Defense Force stationed in Naha to enhance the self-defense force's deterrent capability and response capacity. 3. A 54-year-old woman is suspected of killing an 80-year-old man in Funabashi City, Chiba Prefecture, and then attempting suicide by driving her car into the sea. According to police investigations, the woman had previously contacted the victim for personal advice, but the specific motive remains unclear. 4. A traditional Japanese arts performer, Nanako Nakagawa, is using social media to promote traditional performing arts and encourage people of all ages to learn these arts to help preserve cultural traditions. She believes that involving more people in practicing these arts will enhance the audience's appreciation of the sights and sounds on stage. Briefing content, December 15, 2024. Theme, Asahi Shimbun Report. 1. Philippine drug offender Mary Jane Veloso has been granted permission to return to the Philippines. Arrested at an Indonesian airport in 2010 and sentenced to death, she has finally received a reprieve after 14 years in prison to expose the scams of criminal syndicates. The governments of Indonesia and the Philippines recently signed an agreement to repatriate Veloso before Christmas, marking an important milestone in bilateral relations. 2. The Okumura robot challenges Olympic players in table tennis. The ninth-generation table tennis robot Morpheus, developed by Japan's Okumura company, competed against Olympic silver medalist Haramoto at a semiconductor industry exhibition in Tokyo. The robot showcased advanced artificial intelligence technology by engaging in prolonged rallies with the player, thanks to its precise sensors and computing capabilities. 3. Year-end travel enthusiasm in Japan is high. Japanese travel agencies expect outbound tourism numbers to reach 520,000 from December 23, 2024, to January 3, 2025. Although this is still below the pre-pandemic level of 600,000, it represents a 13% increase from last year. The average travel expenditure is expected to reach 273,000 yen, setting a new historical high. Asian destinations like South Korea and Taiwan remain the most popular, while flights to Hawaii are nearing full capacity. 4. Slow progress in the relocation of U.S. troops from Okinawa. According to the 2006 Japan-U.S. agreement, about 8,000 U.S. troops stationed in Okinawa will gradually relocate to Guam. However, due to funding and other issues, progress has been slow, with only 100 logistics personnel having completed their relocation so far. The local government in Okinawa welcomes this, but believes further efforts are needed to alleviate the burdens posed by U.S. military bases. The Japanese government states that this is an important milestone. In summary, this edition of Asahi Shimbun covers several noteworthy news events, including the release of a Philippine drug offender, advancements in Japanese robotics technology, high year-end travel enthusiasm, and slow progress in the relocation of U.S. troops from Okinawa. The reporting is comprehensive, rich in information, and highlights the core points of each news event, providing readers with a well-rounded perspective. Briefing, December 15, 2024. 1. Overcoming adversity, regaining peak performance. 30-year-old Travis Head helped 35-year-old Steve Smith regain his ability to score centuries in a recent outstanding performance, ending a 24-match scoring drought. This brings to mind the situation in 2012 when Ricky Ponting regained form with the help of Michael Clark. 2. Bali 9 returned to Australia. 5 members of the Bali 9 were released after serving 19 years in prison, thanks to the efforts of the Australian government, and safely returned to Australia on Sunday. They will receive support for short-term housing and medical care as they reintegrate into society. 3. Diminishing Liberal voices. Senior Liberal figures Paul Fletcher and Simon Birmingham from the Conservative Party have announced they will not run in the next election, and Julian Leeser has resigned as Shadow Attorney General, further diminishing the influence of Liberals within the party. 4. Fiji beverage poisoning incident. 4 Australians were hospitalized while vacationing in Fiji, suspected of being poisoned by a beverage, with 2 in serious condition. The federal government has issued a warning regarding beverage poisoning issues in the region. 5. Tragic family. In a domestic violence incident in southwest Sydney, a 31-year-old wife was killed by her 35-year-old husband, leaving 5 children aged between 6 months and 8 years. Police described this as a very violent murder case. Briefing, December 15, 2024. The Globe and Mail reports on a serious food safety incident. Canada has experienced an ongoing listeria outbreak lasting 11 months, resulting in 3 deaths and 20 hospitalizations. This incident has exposed vulnerabilities in Canada's food safety regulatory system. 1. Jiriki, the company responsible for producing the contaminated products, failed to conduct required environmental monitoring and finished product testing, yet regulatory bodies have not identified and corrected this issue for years. 2. The Canadian Food Inspection Agency, CFIA, has adopted a risk-based regulatory model, focusing inspections on high-risk industries while neglecting others, leading to Jiriki going unchecked for years. 3. CFIA's regulatory model relies heavily on self-reporting by companies, lacking on-site verification, which has resulted in inaccurate information affecting risk assessments. 4. Even after this incident occurred, CFIA failed to promptly identify and address the root cause of the problem, exacerbating the situation and causing further harm. This incident highlights systemic issues within Canada's food safety regulatory system, necessitating strong measures from the government and relevant departments to enhance oversight and effectively protect consumer safety. Briefing, December 15, 2024. 1. The Australian Radiation Protection Society, ARPS, held its annual conference from October 20 to 24 at the Pacific Bay Resort in Coffs Harbour, New South Wales, themed Radiation Protection from Bananas to Ships. The conference attracted radiation protection professionals, researchers, and industry experts to discuss the latest advancements and challenges in radiation safety. 2. Dr. Gillian Hurst, CEO of the Australian Radiation Protection and Nuclear Safety Agency, ARPANSA, delivered the opening keynote speech titled Radiation Protection Management in a Rapidly Changing Environment. The conference also included presentations on medical radiation, environmental monitoring, non-ionizing radiation, and regulatory frameworks. 3. The final day featured a special international radon workshop, where experts from various countries shared the latest research findings and regulatory approaches. The conference also included an exhibition area showcasing radiation detection equipment, nuclear science organizations, and radiation safety service providers. 4. Additionally, this weekend, Australia will witness the brightest Geminid meteor shower of the year. Although the full moon may cause some light pollution, there will still be opportunities to observe meteors. Experts recommend observing half an hour to an hour before moonset for the best viewing experience. 5. In another news item, Australian national rugby team player Jordan Petaia will abandon professional rugby to participate in the NFL International Player Pathway Program, pursuing his dream of entering the American Football League. The 24-year-old player will head to Florida in January for 10 weeks of training, hoping to attract the attention of NFL teams. Briefing content, December 15, 2024 International Migrants' Day celebrations. Over 10,000 members of the immigrant community attended the event held at Jurong Lake Park. The event included performances by local and international artists, as well as a kabaddi final. A new legal center for migrant workers will open in the first quarter of 2025, in collaboration with the Union Migrant Workers Center and Pro Bono SG. The center will provide free legal advice to migrant workers facing wage disputes, work injuries, and employment issues. To enrich the social and recreational options for migrant workers, the Jurong Soon-Lee and Penjuru entertainment centers will undergo renovations to offer more convenient government services, dining, and retail options. Malaysian Minister of Investment, Trade and Industry Tengku Zafrul Aziz is in preliminary talks with the ruling People's Justice Party, PKR, to consider switching from the ruling coalition partner UMNO, raising tensions between the two parties. In summary, this report covers the celebrations of International Migrants' Day in Singapore and the latest developments in Malaysian politics, highlighting important information on the protection of immigrant rights and changes in the political landscape, with rich and complete content and clear structure. The following is a briefing summarizing the main content of the provided articles. Briefing, December 15, 2024. 1. Tamil superstar Ajit Kumar completed filming for his new movie Good Bad Ugly on December 14, directed by Uthik Ravichandran and featuring Trisha. The film is set to be released during the Harvest Festival in January 2025. 2. On December 15, B.S. Avinash, an actor from KGF, shared his experience working with Ajit on social media, praising Ajit's charisma and humility. 3. Good Bad Ugly also features actors Prabhu, Prasanna, Arjun Das, Sunil, Rahul Dev, and Yogi Babu. The film is produced by Naveen Yernani and Y. Ravi Shankar's Maithuri movie makers, with music composed by Devi Sri Prasad. 4. Coinciding with this announcement, a teaser for another new film starring Ajit, Vida Muyarchi, has just been released. 5. On December 12, Indian chess player Gyuksh Damaraju defeated Chinese player Ding Liren at the 2024 World Chess Championship held in Singapore, claiming the title and becoming the 18th World Chess Champion, as well as the third Asian and second Indian to achieve this honor. 6. The ruling party BJP has accused the Indian National Congress Party's Rajiv Gandhi Foundation, RGF, of collaborating with the Human Rights Law Network, HRLN, funded by the Soros Foundation between 2007 and 2008, and questioned whether RGF has received donations from the Chinese government, suggesting it may be using foreign funds to promote anti-national agendas. In summary, this briefing covers significant developments in the Indian film industry, chess world, and political arena, highlighting key information while remaining concise and clear. The following is a briefing summarizing the main content of the provided articles. Briefing, December 15, 2024. Theme, Al Jazeera. 1. Diplomatic efforts have resolved tensions between the two countries. 5 members of the Bali 9 drug gang in Australia were released and returned to Australia after 19 years in prison. This was the result of a repatriation agreement reached between Australia and Indonesia this month. 2. Russia has made extensive use of North Korean troops in its offensive in Ukraine's Kursk region. Ukraine shot down 58 of the 132 Russian drones, while another 72 were brought down by electronic warfare measures. 3. The World Bank is about to vote on funding the Rogun Dam project in Tajikistan. This $500 million project will displace over 60,000 people and cause irreversible environmental damage. While the Tajik regime views it as critical, the project poses serious human rights and environmental risks, and the World Bank should pause investment and reassess alternatives. 4. Former CIA officer Fox Kennedy has been nominated as CIA director. She has publicly criticized the U.S. government's over-reliance on counterterrorism operations and drone strikes, advocating for more listening to adversaries. Her views are somewhat at odds with Republican positions, but have garnered support from Trump's camp. In summary, this briefing covers significant events in diplomacy, military, energy, and intelligence, encompassing geopolitical struggles as well as human rights and environmental issues, providing readers with a comprehensive overview of the information.